let's say I hand the deck to the spectator, and they can give it a shuffle. After they're done, they can hand the deck back, and I would explain to the spectator that I need them to touch any card as I just spread through. So let's say they touch this card here. So I don't want to see the card, but I will show it to you. So here's your card. And let's say after the spectator has seen their card, they place it back where they actually touched the card from. And I explained that we can actually give the deck a few shuffles now and just lose your card somewhere into the deck. So after we have done that, all I would need to do is snap my fingers just like that, and one card comes to the top, and it should be your two of spades. So that is what we are going to be learning today. If you would like to learn how to do this, be sure to stick around for the tutorial. So before I actually get into this control, in case you're wondering about the cards I'm using, these are the Bicycle Capital cards. Now, I think I have a deck review on these, so if I can find that review, I will post that down in the description. So let's get into how to do this. So I'm going to teach you two ways to do this control. The first way I'm going to teach you is the way I do this control, and that's what I did in the performance. And then I will teach you one more way at the end. So here is the exposed view, and then I'm going to break it down. So essentially, the spectator touches a card, and they look at it and they remember it. Let's say the 9 of clubs. You are just gonna go ahead and spread off the deck anywhere you would like and separate it. Now, usually when I separate the deck, I like to separate it where they touch the card. So I might leave the two halves like this, or I might catch a break, and then when they're ready to put the card back, I'll just spread that break off. So it doesn't matter how much you take off. You just want to have two halves of the deck in your hand, both hands. So they're going to place their card on the lower half, and they're going to do it face down, but in this case, I'm going to do it face up. So after they place it on, you're going to explain that they could have placed it anywhere, and you're going to place the rest of the cards back on top, but you want your pinky in there. So essentially, they're going to put it back, and I'm going to come to close everything up. And while I'm talking about they could have placed the card anywhere, my pinky's like this, I'm just going to place it in. So now when I square it up, I have a pinky break, and if I were to cut right there, I would cut to their card. So you can have the break like this for, I would say, a few moments. Okay, and be careful with the front because they might see this gap, and that's not good. So a few ways to get around this gap is you could put your index finger there, which doesn't cover the whole gap, but could cover some of it. Or you could tilt your hand down. Personally, I like to do both, but doesn't matter. I've also noticed the smaller the break, the smaller the gap. So you can see just a little part of my pinky is in there, and you can see it looks pretty much normal from the front, especially if I push in that gap, but it doesn't matter. So now once you have that, you're all set. You're just going to lift up at the break, and you're just going to turn it over, and now you can shuffle. So now let's get into a full in-depth tutorial for this move. So they're going to have a card selected. And before we even do that, let's talk really quick about the main thing you should know. And that's going to be the overhand shuffle. Now, if you don't know how to do the overhand shuffle, I will leave that down below in the description for you to learn. And one more thing you should learn, I don't have a tutorial of this on my channel, but it's going to be the turnover pass. And essentially, I'm sure there's other moves that use the same, I don't know what you want to call it, that has the same moves, I guess. But essentially, you're going to want to know this move, especially for the second way. Okay, so this is what you're going to want to know. So if you don't know, the turnover pass really quick goes like this. You're going to have a break above the card, and then when you lift up this top half, you're just going to pull it away, and now you're going to be able to lever this half down. So how I do that is, okay, here's the card. You'll notice how my 3 fingers are on the side, my index is at the top, my thumb is at the other side. I'm going to move my thumb away, and now my middle ring and pinky, it's just going to apply pressure and pull down. And if you also extend your index finger a little bit, you're going to notice it goes like this. And that's really the only move you're going to want to know, along with the overhand shuffle. So I'm not the best at the turnover pass, so this is going to be exposed. But essentially, if we have the 4 of diamonds and we do the turnover pass, I'm still working on my angles and everything, it's going to be at the top. And I'll do that one time with the card face up, and then we'll get into the tutorial here. So the 2 of hearts. Now you don't have to lower your hand up and down. I just like doing that. And notice how I start with a pinky break, and then when I lower up, I can pull this half up from the side, put my 3 fingers in, and then when I come down, I do the move. And you could probably come up a little too. Check out a video on the turnover pass. I'm not going to teach it until I'm really comfortable with it. So here is going to be the performance, what I did. So you're going to have a card selected. Let's say in this case, we have the Queen of Diamonds. So you're going to put that somewhere into the spread, let's say here. And it's going to be face down, but I'll leave it face up. You're going to close up, and you're going to have the break. So you can talk about how the deck was shuffled, they selected any card, and now we put it somewhere in the middle. Another thing you could do is you could start spreading in the spectator called stop, and then you can put it in. But once you have this break, here's what you're going to do. This is like 2 motions at the same time. So you're just going to lift up this packet and then turn this half down, and then you can start shuffling. And that's all you're going to do. So I'm going to come over, and my 3 fingers are going to be in the front, okay? And you want it to contact the top half, so above the break here. And my thumb is at the back for the top half. I'm going to lift up, and now I can turn over past this other half. And now, once I do that, I can actually readjust my grip by pushing my thumb against it, putting my index finger on the top half, and then moving my middle ring and pinky like this. But of course, you don't have to do that. But now you can shuffle these, and the card is going to stay on top. And then extra subtlety is you can pull out cards from the middle, and you can do it. I'm not sure if that's an extra subtlety, but that's an extra thing you can do. And that is the move. That gets the card to the top. So I'll go over that a few more times for you, and then I'll show you the second way. So you might have saw it there, but we have the 9 of diamonds. So let's say we put it in. You're going to have the break, and all you're going to do here is you're just going to lift up, and you're going to turn the bottom half. But now for the top half, put your index finger on the side and then turn it in. And now you can start shuffling. And now you can grab cards like this, and you can shuffle there. And that is going to get the card on top. I will go over that one more time, and then we will move on to the second way. So let's say they have the Queen of Diamonds again. You're going to put it in somewhere, and you're going to have the break. And you're just going to, on the offbeat, misdirection, you're just going to lift up, turn both halves, and now you can shuffle. And you can really shuffle as much as you want, because the card is going to stay on top. And that is going to get the card to the top. So, that was the first way to control the card. Let's go over the second way to do this here. So, here's what the second way might look like. So, let's say we have a card, and I don't want to see it, but right there you can look at it. We can go ahead and let's say we place the card, let's say here. So here's your card, and we're going to go ahead and now shuffle this. And I think the Queen of Spades is now on top. So here's what you're going to do for this one. So in the performance, I did a tad extra thing just because I don't have another spectator. But I will teach you how you're going to do in real life. And then I will also teach you what I did. So that might sound confusing, but here's the exposed view. You're going to have a card, let's say the 5 of clubs, and you're just going to swing cut about half the deck. If you don't know how to swing cut, I will leave a tutorial down below. But they're going to put their card in, and now all you're going to do is you're going to put this half on top and keep the break. But here's an extra move you're going to do. Instead of your pinky being in like this, so the tip of it, make sure it's all the way in there. So now when you do that turnover pass move, you're going to notice the top half is going to be shot out. You're going to grab that whole top half, and now you're going to shuffle just like that. And that gets the card to the top. So let me break this down for you. Now it's pretty much like the other move, except it has that one move. So I'm only going to go over the one move, really. So you're going to have a card selected, let's say the 10 of diamonds. While they're looking at it, you're just going to swing cut the deck. So I like to hold it like this. Of course, you can have it like this. Check out my tutorial down below. I'm going to swing cut it. I'll put the card in. And now you can put the rest of the deck on top, or you can dribble it on top. I'll leave a link for the dribble down below. So you start from the side and then you go forward. Okay, it doesn't matter, but make sure you watch your angles on this one. Just gonna push up on the back for all of these cards that are out and push in, and now you have your break. So now once your pinky's all the way in, you're gonna go ahead and move your thumb out, and you're gonna use your middle and your ring finger to apply pressure and then pull them down. And move your index finger out of the way. So if I do that, you're gonna see this happens right here. And that is the move that does it. So like this, and then like this. Go over that a few more times here. And of course, when you turn it, you can use your thumb to contact the bottom half and pull it down, or at least hold it there. Okay, so we're like this. We turn it, and bam. But now all you're going to do is you're going to grab the top half from the sides, pull them out, and now you can start shuffling just like this. And that gets the card on top. Really quick, I'm going to go over the way I did it, and then that will be the video. So just because I didn't have an extra set of hands on me, all I did was when I moved my deck out of frame, I just did a one-handed Charlie A cut, But right before I closed it, I put my pinky in there, and now I have the break. Now, if you don't know how to do the Charlier cut, I will leave a link for it down below. But now for this way, you can put the card in the break, you can let go of the break, but push down and in, and then re-establish that break. And now you're going to do the same move, and you can shuffle those. So one more time, I'll go over that really quick. Like this. We turn it, and now you shuffle. And that was the control for this video. So I hope you really like that. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the control. I think the first one is called the Mahatma control, but I'm not too sure. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time with a new video. Bye.